Hi. Just a quick question. Do you know yourself well? How good do you know yourself? What do you think about yourself? These are all questions we usually ask them. However, we try not to answer them in an honest way or in a frank way, because sometimes we may end up answering questions and posing answers that we don't like to hear them. Let me help you today by providing you some guidelines about how you can actually know yourself from a professional perspective. First of all, let's understand one thing. What is the self? Self is how we interact with our surrounding environment. How do we understand the world around us? How do we see and perceive our thoughts and emotions and how we interact with others? Some people, they think that they are very hot-headed. Others are impatient. Others are very quiet. These are all traits. But the self is how do I interact with you when I see you? If I don't like you, for example, how do I react to you? If I like you, how do I react to you? So how we express our thoughts about what we like, what we dislike, what we hate, what we are passionately in love with. So that's a quick quiz I would like to propose to you. Ask a friend of yours, or your wife, for example, partner, to write on a piece of paper 5 things he or she likes about you and 5 things that he or she doesn't like about you and would like you to work on and improve. Now, give it half an hour or an hour in total confidence, and after that, take this piece of paper and read it. Hala, technically speaking, I wouldn't care as much about the good things that they would like about you. Let's go to the part that they dislike about you. And this is where actually the fun starts. You will be surprised that people would see things in you that we consider as acceptable. However, they don't. So, for example, a friend of mine did this exercise with his wife. And out of the 5 things that she wrote about she doesn't like about him, that he talks a lot. When she told him this, he said, and I'm not talking a lot because I like to ramble a lot, but because I'm trying to be sociable to you. I like to be sociable and have a communication bridge with you. Now, this is what we're talking about, expectation difference. So to understand yourself is you are bridging this expectation. So technically, from this perspective, we need to understand what triggers us. If people like to be around us, why? If people are avoiding us, also why? Also knowing yourself contribute toward how do you communicate with others? Do you communicate in a high self-esteem? Or do you communicate with tears in your eyes? Do you believe that you believe in yourself? Or do you think that people think that you don't believe in yourself? Overall, to wrap it off, knowing yourself means you know the pitfalls that you need to avoid in order to excel in a faster momentum. However, the points that you know very well about you, okay, these will help you also to be enriched further. Now, after the break, we will be discussing the logic of how to apply these things in order to have a fruitful life and career. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We've discussed before the break that knowing yourself is not as easy as we think. Now, let me share with you a few tips. First of all, in a weekend, always ask yourself, take a piece of paper and always ask yourself every weekend, what are the things that I've done that I don't like in my character? So, for example, if I'm married, do I spend enough time with my wife or my partner? Do I like to play with my kids? Do I have enough time to go and have a walk with my friends, for example? Now, this will help always keep the auditing process and system on momentum. You can't believe how people learn by only reflecting upon these thoughts. Also ask yourself, what did I do wrong that I regret doing it? For example, I promised my friend to go with him to play soccer, but I just defaulted because without sending my excuse to him. I did not show my courtesy and respect to him just to call him to say, you know something, I don't feel well, I'm not going out today. I just did not go to the match without any response. I need to ask myself, why did I do that? What was the urge to do that? Did I really need to do that? I need to find the reason why this has happened. 3, for example, when you come to deal with your friends, ask your friends, is there anything that you would see in me would like you to think about or improve? So some of you will come and tell you, Nizar, you know something, why don't you change your dress code? Because your dress code does not fit your age, your social status. Social status is one of the critical elements that defines who we are. Knowing yourself means you need to act in a way that align with your social status and social expertise. Another tip I would like to propose to you is always ask yourself, do I really like to do what I'm doing? So for example, do I really like to go to the theater with my friends, or should I go to the theater with my wife? Do I like to play with my kids, or should I go and read a book? You need to define your priorities. Knowing yourself will set clear priorities and expectation about your life. Just going day to day without priorities mean no navigation, mean a ship just sailing in the midst of an ocean without any guidance. Another tip will be helpful, for example, is what type of books you like to read. This is very important and reflects who you are and how do you think. So for example, if you like to read on philosophy, religion, economics, these are highly structured and close-ended areas of knowledge. It would be a great idea if you inject with them soft topics like novels, soft skills, psychology, dealing with others, human behavior. It will just make things easy in your character, and it will be inflicting upon you positively. Another tip I would like also to recommend from experience is always keep a time for yourself to reflect upon yourself, meaning always keep 15-20 minutes to yourself, no distortion at all, and always think, am I at my optimal level? Do I need to improve? Where is it that I need to improve? Based on this, you will be able to do something called personal audit. This personal audit will highlight issues that maybe by the midst of life's business we haven't noticed. I hope these tips will make your life simple and easy, and to see your smile also on your face. Have an awesome day, and thank you for attending. Have a good day.